Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a visual tribute MPT series, and today we have a very special session. I'm your host Adam today, and what we'll be sharing. Hold on. Okay, cool. Alright. So anyway, what we'll be sharing today is a very interesting project. It's a project that's being done locally by an award-winning photographer, Yuji Haikal. He's an ongoing project of a very classical instrument or weapon back in Malaysia. It's called the keris. And today we have the honor of him for the first time ever sharing this ongoing project with everyone here. So for those of you who are standing at the back, if you want, the seats here are available. You can feel free to come on over and sit down. And with that, I would like to have everyone to give a big warm welcome to Yuji Haikal, who will be sharing this photo.
Hi, thank you, Adam. Thank you, Xiaomi, for having this session, and thank you to everyone for spending your time to come to hear to what I'm going to bubbling here. Not sure is it interesting or not, but today I'm going to do a sharing session on one of my recent project on documentary, which is on keris Johor actually, which is once used as an instrument or weapon, and now it's become some sort of a religion stuff only. So before I start, so probably I'm going to introduce a bit about myself. Okay, my name is Yuji Haikal. I'm basically a hobbyist photographer. I'm not a professional photographer. So basically I'm mainly in music and also street photography. You can see some of my music photography here. So I can say I frequently, not really frequent, but I used to shoot band concert, local band. You can see that some of his familiar faces like Zainal Abidin, Butterfingers, and mostly it's underground concert. And I also shoot street. And mostly I really like street photography. I always like hanging around with my friends, my colleague from PBBC Photo Club. We have Amirul, we have Zunun, we have also FJM, Mimo, and Xiaomi fan club. So and then this is some kind of my street photography. I love to shoot in black and white mostly, but using Xiaomi phone, I cannot take a lot of black and white photography because the color is very good and very vibrant. I can show you after this. So this is some shot that I took using because I'm also using a camera. My camera is I'm using a Leica camera. So this is some of shot that I took with Leica M10. So most of the photos is local, and also some of it is from Jakarta and Indonesia, Jakarta and Bangkok. And this is my street photos also in color. I rarely shoot in color. I can say that 10% only, less than 10% I shoot in color, because I'm not really good in color. I still learning, and that's why I shoot black and white, because I learn it from black and white. Then I can change my perspective to color, because whenever I shoot in black and white, I will change my camera setting to black and white so that I can see exactly what I'm going to shoot. Okay, so this is the photos that from, there's none in Malaysia, so it's from Bangkok, Athens, and Istanbul. So this is also from the camera, from my camera. I think from at the back you can fill up the place here. Don't be shy. Okay, so we're going to start with my documentary a bit. So this documentary actually is an ongoing documentary about keris Johor. So for those who didn't know keris is actually legendary weapon. I can say that instrument weapon once been held by all Malay men. I can say that during the 1400 to 1500 years. So basically the weapon nowadays, it become just like a culture. You can see only in event or in gallery, because we didn't use it as a weapon anymore. So a bit about keris Johor. So basically, okay, this is the place that I shoot. This is at Batu Pahat, Johor. So basically, keris Johor is actually established from 1528 where when after the Malacca Sultanate being colonized by Portuguese, so they fell down and they ran to Johor. So basically there's a few places that the Malacca Sultanate moved, the team moved to Johor, they also moved to Riau, Sumatra, and also there's some part after Johor they will move to Pahang. So basically the Johor craze actually is from the Malacca Malay Sultanate, and it was taken over by the Johor Sultanate Empire in 1528, and it moved from Malacca. So basically they ran to Pagoh, Muar, so which is actually nearby to Malacca. So over there they have a lot of resources like metal, nickels, and everything to make to forge the craze. Okay, so this is actually I went to Batu Pahat. So Batu Pahat is in Johor, which is on the southern part of Malaysia. So there's a forger, and we call it like in Malay we call it pandai besi. So basically he's still using an old style of forging this craze. So they are not using like all the new mechanical stuff, all the machines. They are using his own hand, and it's very, very old school style. So this is the workshop that he did. It's just next to his house. You can see that it's all very old fashioned stuff, and this is the guy. So his name is Murtaza Mokhtar. You can see that there's a lot of charcoal over here, and there's a lot of other tools, and you didn't see that there's a machine or anything because it's all made by his hand, so in hand. So this is where he going to forge the craze, and this is the place. I just want to show overall places first before you get the idea how he forged it. And bear in mind that this project still ongoing, and there's a few parts that still not yet complete, but I will share with you the journey. Okay, so this is actually the material that the Murtaza used. So actually they are using a recycled material. So there's a lot of recycled material. You can see here like a broken spring, broken axe. You can see all rusted already. So this is also a concept of sustainability for the craze. So actually they renewed using all this recycle to give the weapon a new life from the material that been scattered by people. Okay, so after that we can see that he started to do the forging, and you can see that he didn't even wear any safety vest, even shirtless like this, because I think he's already been doing this for more than 20 years. So he immune to fire, I think so. So okay, and also you can see that even just using, because I'm not a documentary photographer, I'm just like hobbyist, just I said, and I would like to to do something, some project that really interests me, that from my state itself. I'm from Johor, so I want to do something. So I tried to use this Xiaomi phone, and it turns out that even using a phone you can capture a very clear and detailed picture. And this is how the metal, when it's burned, it's red, bright red like this. It's very hot. I've been advised to stay a bit far away from this, and to be honest, I'm also shirtless when I took this doing this, because it's very hot. And I just went to twice only, because this is quite a long, I think it's a long-term project for me, because for now I just covered the Johor craze, and even the Johor craze also I just covered the blade only. The casing still not yet, because they need to get a proper wood from a proper tree, which is kemuning tree, to protect the blade inside. So that's another part of my journey later, because I need to follow him to the jungle to find the tree. So that's another session. Okay, so this is part of the shot. It's very, because I didn't really like to use burst mode, or like if you use a camera, you can use burst mode, you easily can get all this kind of shot. But I like to use single shot mode, and to get this kind of shot is challenging, but it's interesting. And this area is like a very dark during that time, because when he forging, he didn't really like to turn on any light. And using this Xiaomi, I can tell you that during the low light, you can get this kind of images, because I'm also didn't really like to shoot with flash, because I like it to be like a natural light and natural color. Okay, so this is the process after they burn it. They need to put it in the acid to clear up all the corrosion from the metal, and after this you can see that there's a pattern from the crest. We call it pamor. So it's on, I think it's a Malay word called pamor. So the pamor, I will show you the photo later. The pamor, we create a very interesting pattern from the crest itself. So that is how people, especially people who really like crest, they will try to find it. Is it the crest is very nice or not? It's from the pattern itself. So this is just a side shot. So this is the acid that the Murtaza put, and they need to wash it after put it with acid with the clear water. But this is after few hours after he put the acid, so it's not straight away. Then you can see a bit, there's a pamor, you can see a bit the pattern, but yeah, this is the real pattern for the pamor. So once, actually it's why you get this pattern is actually because of the forging and the layering of the material, because it's also mix of combination material like nickel, like metal, and also some sort of meteorite stone. So it depends on the forger itself whether they want to do like this, or they can mix only two material. But this Murtaza, they mix with 3, also with meteorite. So you can see it's very natural pattern that you can see from whatever he already forged. So you can see that he's trying to make the casing now. So once it's actually done, so the crest, this is still not sharpened yet. So this is the one that he already almost done, but still not yet to use, because there's a lot of other process after this that then you can use. So the casing of the crest also, it made by a special material wood from a kemuning tree. So the kemuning tree, you cannot simply use random tree, because it will damage the blade itself. So it's been carrying since 1500. They are using kemuning tree, and there's also another part of wood that they are using, but the one that favorite from this Murtaza is from kemuning. And also you can see that they are using different type of material also. For this, some of it they are using animal horn to make the casing also. This different forger will have a different style, but this Murtaza, he actually still using the original style from the Johor Sultanate Empire last time. And he also one of the forger that's still available nowadays. And I think there's another because this Johor crest actually contains another state, which is Johor, Riau, Lingga and Pahang. So they call it JRLP. Basically it's all from the Malacca Sultanate crest, but once Malacca fell down to Portuguese in 1511, so they already shifted all to Johor. Some of it went to Riau, and also after Johor they went to Pahang. So you can see that there's almost similarity from the crest itself, the design itself. So my project haven't complete because I need to just like I said, need to go to the jungle to find the right wood for the casing. And then for the craze that currently he's doing, he also is currently this project is for craze for our king. So he's currently forging for him. So this is what he already did, and there's some of his collection is really old collection, that some of his craze is from 1500 time. It's from very old Malacca Sultanate craze, and you can see others weapon that also he forged. Also forged parang, machete, yeah, and mostly craze. And he also do firearm, the old firearm, we call it in Malay, we call it bedil. Yeah, he also did that. So it's very short and documentary, because after this I want to continue with my journey with my Xiaomi for a street photography. So this is about craze, and I also actually did this in color using my Xiaomi 17 Ultra. So I purposely do this documentary in two type. One is color is using my Xiaomi, and I'm also doing using my phone, my camera, my Leica camera is a black and white. So this is the other photos that are for the series. So basically same with my Xiaomi camera. For using my Leica camera is totally manual, and it's very slow camera. I mean, like if you want to get like the first shot is not easy. I mean, so you have to be patient, especially if you are using manual camera. You can see that a lot of Leica camera in front is old camera type, which is very manual. So before I'm going for my next, which is street, which is for me is much more interesting, because this is like my personal project. Any question from you guys about? I don't think so. You want to ask, right? No, right? We go to the next. How sharp is that? I haven't tried. Later I try. Can So you guys can understand a bit about keris, right? So it's like a old Malay tradition weapon, and nowadays we didn't use it as a weapon anymore. Okay, so I will move to my street project. It's a bit interesting because this is my genre that I really like, which is street photography. For those who didn't really familiar with street photography, so street photography usually is it's a candid moment where we shoot on the public outside. So without a staging, we didn't ask people to stage, we didn't ask people to pose, we just take photos of a random people. We didn't ask permission. That's why we are street photographer. We are different from the street photographer that you see at the KLCC there. Ask you money to take photo. That's different. That's different street photography. We never ask money. We just take for fun. So this is my, can say that latest project using Xiaomi during my visit to Kolkata, India last March. So maybe you can see a bit video that how I shoot, my behind the scene, that how I captured the moment at India, just a bit. No need to listen to it. I can, for me, real photography need the right tools. Just can read. So this is how actually I approach the subject, the dog, like that. I didn't ask permission from the dog. I just straight away shoot. So like that, sometimes people just look at you, but I didn't ask permission. I just straight away shoot. So this is from Xiaomi 17 Ultra. So let's go to the photos that I shoot. This is one of the photos. I think one of the earliest photos when I arrived there in India, Kolkata. So this photo is actually inside a bus. So it's actually during a transit from Kolkata to Labandar village. It took around 3 hours from Kolkata city. So when the bus stopped at the, we can call it like a R&R, but there's no building whatsoever. They just pee at the corner road over there. So when they stopped, I just saw that this moment is very interesting, and I just straight away shoot it using a zoom 100 mm. And it's a very nice moment because I saw that during that time I saw this uncle walking. Actually, there's a cow, but he didn't bring the cow. He left the cow there, and I saw maybe his wife. So it's like a very nice. You can see. For me, I like to see some sort of leading line. You can see the middle ground and the background. So there's like a two different story. So this is from inside the van only, the bus. So you can even capture something like this just using the phone. The best thing about using phone, because I'm like my video just now, before this I rarely shot using mobile phone, because for me, if you want to do a photography, you need a proper tool, and phone never, for me, it's not the right camera. Oh yeah, this is the camera. 17T. But I'm using this one, I'm using Ultra, because this is like much. And for me, if I'm tengok aku dah lupa nak cakap apa. For me, if I'm want to take a photography, I think if I have to use a proper camera instead of using a mobile. That was before, until I've tried this. Actually, I've been tried 14, 15, Xiaomi 14 and 15, and the best is 17. After I tried, it's really, really amazing, and I love it because whenever there's a moment, I just straight away take it out from my pocket and straight away shoot it, because you also have a fast shot mode. So it's very good. Even though I said fast shot mode sometimes, but I didn't use it. Like sometimes how to open this, how to unlock this. So, but you can use the fast shot mode. Okay, so there's another photos also inside a bus when the bus actually stopped at the petrol pump. So this is actually next to my bus because I just use 24 mm, and because over there in India you have a lot of character, a lot of activities, and the people are very nice. So it's easy for you to take photo. Even you close your eyes, so you press the button, it's really can get nice photos, for real. So like this, for me, I personally like street photography that have, like just now you can see only like a single subject, I can say. But even though it's a single subject, you can see there's a layer on this photo, because usually the best photos, we always see photos in 2D, right? 2 dimension. So how we want to make the photos look like 3 dimension, just look like it. So we need to have a depth. So how to have a depth? We need to have a foreground, middle ground, and background. So once you have all those 3, you can have the depth from your photos. Even it's a single subject, it can make it look interesting. So something like this, you have a separation layer, but you have a separation. You didn't really overlap people. But there's also a story. Sometimes I like to take street photography because there's a story. Even if like this, even though your anchor is this guy with the helmet, but I really like this character of the kids. It's like this kid are waiting for this guy to fill up the petrol for his bike. Like he's waiting for it. So I like the character like that. So this is when I'm just waiting outside my hotel. I'm about to smoke, and I saw that these two guys chit-chatting, just like exactly like this. Then when I come near to them, they're just smiling. So the best thing in India that you can come close to them and they didn't really like care, because there's some places that you go, people are offended. But in Malaysia, should be okay. You can straight away just go to the face and take a photo like this. It's okay. Especially if you are using phone. Using phone is okay, it's easy. If you are using camera, it's a bit, people will intimidate. Some sort of like that. But if you are using phone, it's very, very easy. Especially if you are just using phone like this, people will thought that you are recording a scenery of video, something like this. But you just straight away can capture the face. Using phone is easy to do street. But the people over there is nice, so I can get this kind of photos. So this is at La Banda Art Village. I've been invited by by this lady to have a lunch with the family. So this is inside the house in Lavanda Art Village. I saw that it's a very interesting color, the pastel color, and then the light coming to the kitchen is very nice, and it's only you can see the light on her face only. So this is at the R&R when I stopped to have lunch. So I saw there's a very interesting subject. This is what I said about foreground, middle ground, and background. This is foreground, your foreground, then you have your middle ground, and you have your background. So the photos will become, you know, like have a depth, and you will have interesting composition. Same, but this is at the Kolkata city already. So when I went to Kolkata city, it's very nice light. I think this time I'm using a filter because there's a lot of filter option that you can choose. You can choose a Leica filter, Leica Vibra, whatever. This is I'm using a cinematic. Cinematic is always a bit warm, yellowish. So you can see that the vibrant is too high. But somehow I really like the colors and the vibrant from this phone. This is my favorite actually. So this is my favorite when I took at one of the railway station, I think next to the railway station. This is, during that time I actually bought some drink at this store, and when I saw this moment, I straight away take out the phone and I managed to get this moment because I like it because there's a two story here. See the mother and the kids, and also the father and the kids, and then the seller. I like the combination of the story here where somehow you can relate it's a family story. And then you have a depth and different layer, and the best is you have a lot of colors on these photos. So this is one of my favorite during my trip there. This I took at the flower market. So the flower market, we need to go there in the morning, early morning. So there's a lot of people over there. Not only bought flowers because it's near to the market as well, but the main stuff over there is really flowers. So this is one of the sellers. I saw that the activities is very nice over here, and I saw the layer. But the most important thing, usually when I do street, I always look for a background. So like this, I'll find a very nice background, and I will try to work on it. Especially on the foreground, usually foreground just coming in after I fishing for a while. Okay, so you can see that this photo is also on the video just now. So this photo at the Howrah Bridge, it's very interesting places where you can see a lot of people taking a bath in the morning. I think in the evening also got, but this one in the morning. The light during my time, that one is not that nice, so you didn't see that very nice light. But you can have a lot of activities, a lot of expression from the people. Like this, just like I said just now, I always like to have a depth in the photos. You can straight away see now foreground, middle ground, and background. And there's also like the bridge become the leading line. So like even like this, even you have all those foreground, middle ground, and background, we also need to have a story and also some sort of storytelling inside the photos. So for this, actually, this kid been forced by his dad to take a bath. So there's an action before it. So actually this kid also crying before it. So you can see that after he took a bath, he become relaxed. And this is the photos that I took. And this is a family. Actually, it's a nice family photos also. This is just next to the Howrah Bridge. You can see the house is over there, just next to it. So I saw that the family is just sitting in front of the stairs. It's very nice. I like the clothes hanging over there, and the culture. You can see that straight away. You can tell the photos is from India. So that's the best of when you are taking all the information that is. Some people will think that is not supposed to be included in the frame. I mean, like maybe you just shoot like just the family. But sometimes all those information is really important. to tell you where is this photo taken without you telling them. I mean, like without you put a caption or whatever. So the best photo usually you no need to put any caption. There's a story behind it. So this is at the Kolkata city. I just like the pink color lady, and also actually I want to take her photos, but when he saw I'm going to take a photo, she straight away turn back there. So I just like take a photo, because actually I like the bag, but I didn't get the bag because there's a horses on the back. It's very nice. So this is at the oldest coffee shop in Kolkata, if not mistaken. It's 100 years over, more than 100 years. So this is the staircase. The upstairs is the oldest coffee shop. That is what they told me. If they lie to me, I lie to you. So I'm sorry. So yeah, I like the painting that they did, the mural on the wall, and I like the action from this lady when she's coming there from the stairs. It's the face. Even though it's you can see just a little bit of the face, but you still can see the detail, and even if you see from the phone, you can see it clearer. This is another my shot in Calcutta. So basically what I want to shoot is, because everyone over there is not dressed as smart as him, then suddenly he appeared. He's looked very sharp, very nice, and I just took this photo. I like the background because there's a lot of God over there, the picture of the gods at the back. And sometimes I will play with the color. You can see there's a red color over there. There's a few red colors. So I try to play a combination of color. Okay, this is the moment when I shoot this, I actually want to shoot just the seller, but then suddenly the people come and make this action, so I straight away like just take this photo, and it become interesting. I like when the background didn't show that the face of that man clearly, so it looked like a very mysterious. And if you can see that even though it's a separation, it's not really, you can see that the separation, even though it's not clean, but you can still, it's a separation. Okay, because some of people really want it to be separated. It cannot be overlaid at all. Yeah, so some of the street portrait, that's why I said over there, you no need to ask permission whatsoever, they're all okay. Because some of the places when you go, you need to ask permission to take photos. Sometimes they didn't like it. But when you ask permission, the photos become different. It becomes staging already. I mean, like, people know already you take the photo, so it's not become a very candid moment that you are trying to look for. But I like the color. The color is very nice. It's this one a bit, like dull a bit. It's not too vibrant. Same, because in India you get a lot of action, a lot of expression from them. So they will do any weird things that you can shoot. Like this, I always like go for the foreground, middle ground, and background. And the background is the chai wala guy, chai tea.
Yeah, chai tea.
Same place. So basically, if you can see that my photos in India is basically more on street and layering, because it's very hard to do layering in Malaysia, in Kuala Lumpur, because you need to get separation of people, you need to get activity of people, the attire that they are wearing, sometimes it's not that colorful. But in India, I straight away turn on the colors, and I know that the color is very nice. But also, I also shoot some black and white with this. This is when they are shaving. They are doing all these activities just at the roadside, so it's easy for you, because in Malaysia you need to go inside a barber shop, then you can get like this. But this is just at the roadside. It's really easy, and you can like play around with the reflection, with the mirror. And this is at the R&R too. So there's a guy selling these clothes, basically at near the R&R towards the airport. So yeah, I saw this guy, but actually the one that interested me is the guy on the car at the back. So actually there's a reflection that I look for. Same place, actually just in front of this guy. So just like I said, I always look for foreground, midground, background to make it depth on your photos. I believe that participants who joined my photo walk this morning, yesterday, also practiced this and can come up with interesting photos. I didn't say beautiful photos, but interesting, because we need to have a depth in the photos. Same, this is you saw earlier. I didn't ask this guy to posing, to smile, whatsoever. I just sit next to him, then suddenly he smile, look at my camera smiling, but I didn't care about him. I just want him to be my foreground. I look at the lady and also the guy at the back. And the colors is really interesting. I mean, like the flowers, the lady's pants is it's fit the colors. And that guy wearing yellow, so you can see the orange and yellow combination. Now, then I shoot also in black and white, because black and white high contrast is very nice. Especially the Leica high contrast. If you have tried, if you haven't tried, you can try the phone at the where they want to try the phone at the.
It's at the River of Life.
River of Life, yeah. So there's a pop-up store for Xiaomi, right? Yeah, you can try the phone over there. Because my photo walk has been concluded this morning. If not, you guys can join. So this is the photos that I took, same place at the Labanda Art Village, where the family invited me for the lunch. So I like these photos is because this is in the kitchen itself, and the grandmother is preparing the meal for the granddaughter and the grandkids. So it's like something that I rarely see in Malaysia. So this is, for me, this is something new for me, and I really enjoy taking all the photos in the village. This is a taxi driver. The taxi over there is very, very nice. It's old school taxi. They call it Ambassador. I forgot the name. I think Ambassador. The yellow color taxi, like the Dr. Bombay song, the Calcutta one. That kind of taxi. And it's actually expensive if you want to ride the taxi. So I didn't ride the taxis. The price, they know the foreigner want to enjoy the ride. They charge like crazy. But this uncle is very nice. I about to shoot him, and he straight away post for me after that. So that's why I didn't like people know that I'm shooting. But this is the first frame that I got, so he didn't really ready to be taken. So I like this kind of photos. This is inside the oldest coffee shop, which is more than 100 years coffee shop. So I saw that there's a light from outside the windows, and the light also reflect from the table to his face. So I saw that this is some nice moment, but actually I'm a bit far from him, so I just use a zoom. It's the good thing about Xiaomi, you can always zoom, then you can get this kind of photos. Also same, black and white. I like to also do one of my series that I did before and still ongoing also is a framing. So it's basically have 2 frame in 1 photos. So I'm also trying to do the same familiar project that I did using this phone. So there's 2 doors over here. You can see there's other people coming out, and there's workers also carrying stuff. And this is inside the mosque in Kolkata. So this guy is cleaning the mosque, and I really like the architecture. You can see that it's a very historical mosque over there, and this is before the praying time, so we are allowed to go in and take photos. Yeah, I think that's more like it on my sharing. So a bit quote for me: when the shutter press, choose to express, not to impress. Because for me nowadays, a lot of people taking photos for other people. They are chasing the likes from the social media. They want to seek for approval and affirmation from other people. So we need to do something for ourselves. We just need to express instead of we want to impress. Thank you.
Alright, everyone, once again, give it up for Yuji Haikal. Speaking of lights, follow Instagram, give him a few likes since we start talking about lights. Anyway, thank you all so much for joining us today at this very special photo sharing session. But before we end, we want to give it up to you guys. To any of you who have any questions, this is your one and only chance.
Yes, you guys can DM me.
Yeah, DM me.
Yeah, they have no need to ask now.
Yes, any questions?
No, right?
We will let Yuji go.
Yes, thank you for coming. I hope you enjoy.
Okay, but since nobody has question, I have one question.
Shh. I go back now. I bring back the mic.
The only question is, can I get a curries after this?
What?
I want the curries, the song.
The keris? You want the keris itself? Yes, let's go to Batu Pahat. Make for you one.
You want to get a curries, you want to see how it is made. He is... Oh, are you opening up for people to join you next time?
Not yet. Because my project is still not yet completed. Yeah, but soon I think I will ask the permission from the guy and we can do photo walk or maybe over there. Yes.
Sounds great.
Yep.
Oh, you have a question? Yes.
Yes. How soon you finish your project?
And now, let's go.
Yeah.
Yes, Anis.
How is it like? How is it like experience? Like I mean, you shot on like or in camera in general. How is it like with mobile phone coming up nowadays?
Oh, okay.
How has it changed your
Perspective?
perspective and excitement as well?
Okay, thank you. It's a good question actually. Like I show you on my video before, for me, like when I want to shoot something which is very, very nice, I need to use a proper camera previously. But and when it's very, for me it's very hard and challenging to compose using a mobile phone. I don't know why. Because maybe I use a viewfinder usually when I'm using my camera, and this one you have to see from the screen. It's very challenging at first, but once, especially when I'm using the photography kit, right, from the Xiaomi 17 Ultra, you have the photography kit. It's become much more easier and it's like camera. But the perspective for me is different because it's much more easier to take the photos because of people are not really intimidated with you. Because you just straight away, you know, like when you show the camera, people, you know, like straight away, like suddenly pose for you, either they pose for you or they didn't like you to take their photos. So by using phone, I saw that, you know, like people usually just don't care you know, just like simply can take. So for me, it's really, really helpful, especially if you found a very good subject and good moment. Am I answering your question? Thank you. Thank you.
Alright, thank you. Alright, we're gonna do that. Once again, give it up for Yuji.
Thank you.
Thank you guys all for joining over this special session today.
Yep.
In the meantime, feel free to check out our exhibition at the back over here. We have so many photos, including a couple of photos from Yuji
Yes.
that's being displayed here as well. Once again, thank you so much. I hope you guys have a
Thank
great Sunday.
you. Sulaiman, how are you? Good.